Hi everyone, it's Ashley and it is time for my favourite video to film, and that is my TBR. So this is my last TBR game for this year. In December, all I do is I read the books I have failed throughout the year. So I will have a bunch of books still to read, which is fine. But this is the last month for playing this game this year. It will come back in February. I know that I did not post a TBR for October. I wanted to, life just got away from me and it was too late, and I didn't see the point of then uploading when it would have basically been November. So yeah, I still have all my roles and things. I still played my game. I just didn't upload. So I will tell you what I was meant to read and if I read it or not. Now, there was a couple of music ones. I will tell you the song, but I can't remember the lyrics I chose for those songs, unfortunately. So, yeah, bear that in mind, but I will tell you how I got on and see if it's a fail where I need to add another fail space or if it is a pass and I can take one off. Now, for September, I did fail that one, so I had to add a fail space then, so that's fine. So, yeah, in October, we had 8 rolls, but that included the completes. We had 7 books overall, which was not too bad. So the first roll gave me Monster Mash, which was for Freddie Fazbear, and that was to read a book written by an author with William in their name. Now, I chose Horse in the House by William Corbin. I just didn't get to this. So yeah, it's an automatic fail. A fail space is going on that board, but just so you know how it was meant to go for the rest. I did also have 80s and for music, artist, and I chose a song In Your Fantasy, and I read Bad Seed by Ellen Mint. Now, this is a monster smut, I think. Basically, the guy shapeshifts into an eggplant, but she's highly allergic to eggplant, but there's also mob. It was honestly one of the funniest books I think I've ever read in my life. I was laughing so much. So yeah, I did read that one. Next we had Zykers for another music artist, and I chose the song Witch. For this one I chose Afterlife by Duncan Ralston. I can't remember the lyrics I chose for that. It might have been like Peekaboo or something, because Afterlife is all about ghosts. This is the second one in that series. The first one was Horrorland. I don't feel like that's right. It was something. This was a sequel anyway. I have been kind of avoiding the sequel, not intentionally. I loved the first one. I gave it 5 stars. I just don't know. I haven't been gravitating towards this one as much. I put it on because I was, and then I just didn't get around to it, which is kind of sad. So yeah, that one was also a fail. After that, we had a mood read, and for that one, I chose Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. This is about people who are trapped, I think, within this theatre, and they start telling ghost stories, but at the same time, it starts being that they get really hungry and stuff, so they start eating someone alive. I didn't read it. I still want to read it. It was gifted to me. So yeah, I definitely want to read it. So hopefully in December maybe, I guess. After this we had another music artist. As you can see, the music artists were coming out to play last month. And for that one I had Itzy, and I chose the song Mr. Vampire. Now for that one I chose Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. This one has been recommended to me in the past. I never got around to it when it was first recommended to me, but it is a vampire romance. That's all I know, and the song is Mr. Vampire. So it's basically about vampires. I chose a book that was about vampires. That one kind of connected quite well. Next I had a fail space, and I chose Scandra in the Spirit War by A.F. Stedman. I did read this one. I loved it. I'm so sad that it's the end of that world. However, we do have a prequel book for Scandra coming, and that one is The First Unicorn Rider. So I'm super hyped for that book. That comes out in November. So yeah, nice and happy about that. And then we had a Goals and Targets, and I read Dreadwood Fairground by Jennifer Killick. I did read this one. I read it over Halloween. Yeah, nice happy time. So I want to leave it specifically for around that Halloween time. just kind of give myself something spooky. So yeah, I have actually read that one, but as you can see, I did fail my TBR by 1, 2, 3, 4 books. 4 books out of 7 was not good. Now, in terms of November, I do actually have a library book out at the moment, which is A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid. This is the second book in the series, but I cannot remember the name of the series. My brain is going blank today, as you can see. But yeah, it's the second one in that duology, so I do want to add this one in because it is from the library. Otherwise, I need to add in some ebooks because I am going away to Korea again for 2 weeks. I know I just came back, but I'm already going back again. So, yep, I want to get some ebooks in there. But I do think for my goals and targets this month, I think if I land on it, I want to have my dog choose the books. So I think I'm just going to choose some from my bot this year. Probably give him like 4 choices and then let him choose the books from that. I've got quite a lot there, so I don't know which ones I'm going to offer him out or anything yet. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good idea. So I'm going to do that. But with that, let's see where the fail space needs to go, and then let's go into rule number 1. Okay, so I did fail my October TBR, which means we need to add 1 more fail space. We have 4 fail spaces, we have 21 spaces left. Okay, fail space is going on number 1. I feel like that's okay. Roll number 1. 1, okay, we're on a fail space. Okay, so that was a good start. Our first roll gave us a 1. And it's a fail space. So we love that. We love that. We love it's a fail space. We don't so much love that we've only moved 1 space on the board. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. For this one though, I knew exactly what I wanted to choose for fail space, and that was The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, I really, really need to read this one because I still have to read is it Games Untold? And I also need to read The Grandest Game, but I can't do that till I've read this one. So I need to read this one. I'm determined to read it. I have high hopes for this book. I'm hoping to read it when I come back from Korea. So I have my flight back home on the 24th, so I should get home the 25th. So if I pick it up from like the 26th, I still have time to finish this off. The one upside though is, as I said, my TBR game doesn't get played in December, and that month I only read my failed TBR books. So either way, it's either going to be read at the end of this month or it will be pretty much my first book in December. But it's definitely being read. I need to get to these other books. I'm really in the mood for The Brothers Hawthorne. I just don't think I want to read it before I go, just because I do want to try and read A Theory of Dreaming. If I get the chance, because that's about 400 pages and it's a library book, so that can take first priority for me. But we'll see how things go, if I rush through it or anything, because I will find a way to fit this in this TBR somewhere or another. I will fit that book in, but yeah, this one is a very close second in terms of the books I'm determined to read this month. This is basically about, I think this one is set before the Inheritance Games series, I believe, and we are basically following the brothers, and I don't really know anything else about this one. It came out quite a while ago. When did it come out? If I can find the date. I got this literally on pre-sale. I pre-ordered it and it came out in 2023 and I've still not read it. We're going into 2026 soon. I need to get to this one because I don't know why I'm putting it off. I think initially I put it off because I didn't want the world to end, but now I've got other books in that series, in that like world. I need to get to this one. So yeah, this one is 100% being added. But with that, let's go to rule number 2. Rule number 2. A 2. This is not going well. 1, 2. This is a pink prompt. Big box. Wasn't in my plans for this month, but I can make it work. Okay, rule number 2 gave us a 2. We've moved 3 spaces so far. That's not good. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We'll get the high numbers, it'll be fine. But for this one, I got a general pink prompt and we got book box. So for this one, I used to get a box of stories. I don't anymore because I just wasn't reading those books. It didn't make sense to continue getting the box until I'm basically finished the ones I already have, because I have maybe like 10 or 15 of them and I've just not been reading them. So that would be the book box I am going for. Now, one of the books came straight to mind, so it was the first option I went for because I haven't read it and I've been thinking about it the last month or two. So I think it's the perfect time, and that is Kismet by Luke Tridget. I've never heard anyone speak about this book before, but on the back it says Anna is in love, or maybe she's not. She's a free spirit, definitely happy, or is it more panicked? In any case, she is living life to the full, or maybe to the edge, and having a glass of wine. With a big birthday just around the corner, an important new project at work, and a long-term boyfriend, Anna should feel like her life is falling into place. But somehow she just doesn't feel sure about, well, anything. So she decides to download the dating app Kismet, just for a test, of course. Will she embrace the life she has, or risk everything for the life she imagines? So, yeah, nice romance, should hopefully be like a nice quick one, but yeah, I thought this one would just be kind of nice and smooth. And as I said, I've been thinking about it, and it's been more I've been thinking about the title, so I think it should be a good time. But again, I've had no one ever speak about this, so it could go either way for me, but it'll be good to get this one either off my shelf if I'm not enjoying it, or at least I'm getting to those book box bookses anyway. So yeah, this one is going to be added for that. And let's go to roll number 3. Roll number 3. Another 2. Are you serious? 1, 2. That is a book mom prompt. We have the Monster Mash, and this one is for trimming. Read a book that has the word living or meat in the title. I have no idea what books I have for this. I'll need to have a think. Okay, roll number 3 gave us another 2. What is going on with this game? Why is it not liking me on my birthday month? Because my birthday is the 23rd of November, which is why I'm going to Korea. I'm going to go spend my birthday over in Korea. It feels right to end my 20s and start my 30s over there. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But why is this game being so mean in terms of we've moved 5 spaces in 3 roles? We're still early going though, but I think we're definitely not going to be getting another 7-book TBR, that's for sure. But anyway, we got a Bookmon prompt, which is good because I still have so many of them. They're going to be slightly changing next year. I'm still going to have Bookmon prompts and things, but the way I'm going to do it is slightly different. I will explain that in February though. But the prompt we did get is Monster Mash, and this is for trimming. So read a book that has the word living or meat in the title. Now, I actually looked through my whole TBR, so if you're ever unsure, my whole TBR that is physically owned that I haven't read, or not physically owned, but I own them either on my Kindle or as an audiobook or physically, is all on my want to read shelf on Goodreads, and I only had one book that fit this, so I kind of had no choice to put this on, and that is Night of the Living Dummy 2, which is a Goosebumps book by R.L. Stine. I love R.L. Stine, so I am not actually mad about this at all. However, Slappy gives me the actual fear of God. I am so creeped out by Slappy. He scared me as a child, he scared me in the movies, he scares me as an adult. I don't like Slappy, and this is Slappy. Now, because this is a Halloween book, it's not really Halloween, it's just horror. I do want to try and read this probably at the start of November, because there'd be no point in reading it really after that when we're out of that spooky zone. So I'm going to add this in and try and read it as probably my first or second book of the month, just to kind of keep in that momentum going. But yeah, this one's nice and short though, which is an upside because, as I said, we're really not moving along this board well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been a while since I've read it. I can't really remember this one too much. Obviously, I know it's Slappy. He is a ventriloquist doll who is, I think he's possessed, or he has a curse on him anyway. And he's very troublesome and causes havoc. It's basically Slappy. So I can't really remember too much about this one exactly, but I know I'm probably going to get nightmares because it's slappy. But anyway, with that, let's go to roll number 4. Roll number 4, and please be a higher number than 2. 4. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another pink prompt. We have underrated. I think I know what I'm going to choose for this. Okay, roll number 4 gave us a 4. We're getting slightly higher numbers. I will accept it. For this one, we got a general pink prompt and we got the prompt of underrated. Now, I'm sure you're probably guessing what I'm going to choose for this one. I'm going to choose K-Pop Idol Diaries Volume number 3. I have read the first 2 this year. I rated them both very highly. I think it was 5 and 4 stars. It's basically about this girl who is meant to be in like a girl K-pop group. However, she doesn't get along with them. She joins this all-boy group instead, and they make like a co-ed, and it's basically her time basically getting into that group and then her time in that group and the sort of dramas that go along with that. So this is a third one by Gofuma, I think the author is. I'll put the picture here though. As I said, I enjoyed the first 2. I'm looking forward to jumping into the third one. It should just be a nice, fun, easy time, and I do speed through these at a really good pace, and it'll be really nice to kind of finish off that series as well while I'm at it. So yeah, I'm going to be definitely reading that one this month. It's on my Kindle, easy for me to take away, so I shouldn't have any issues. But with that, let's go to roll number 5. Roll number 5 is a 5, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another pink prompt. We're seeming to be getting primarily pink prompts today. We have a fantasy book. This one is so easy. I'm good with this. Roll number 5 gave us a 5. We're getting those high numbers finally. We're loving it. It's good. We're slowly getting there. I got another general pink prompt for this, and I got fantasy. Now, fantasy for me was a very easy choice right away. As I said, I have A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid out from the library, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. The first book in this was a study in drowning. That's what the first one was. So I kind of predicted the first one very early on. However, at the very end, I think it was like the last 2 pages, it kind of gave me a little kind of surprise, I would guess. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this one. I'm hoping this one is not as predictable for me as the first one was. The first one was 3 stars. It's only a duology, so I'm not worried about jumping into this one, and it is just from the library anyway, so that'll be fine. But yeah, don't really know too much about this one. I don't really want to kind of give myself any spoilers, but we did kind of end with the was it the Fairy King? Yeah, the Fairy King. We kind of dealt with the Fairy King, so let's see how this one kind of progresses from then. Yeah, this one also as well does say on the side that is fantasy, so I am 100% taking this for this prompt because I need to fit this in anyway, so that makes it easier. I was going to just use it for like if I land on like a mid-read space or something else, but getting this in right away for fantasy is nice and happy. So yeah, let's go to roll number 6. Roll number 6. Off the board, doesn't count. I wish it did count. I think we were there, so that's another fail space. Roll number 6 gave us another 1. Why? Why is it doing that? But we did land on another fail space. This time, I know I chose a physical book last time, so I'm going to choose a Kindle book. I'm also going to choose one that is for my NetGalley, and I'm going to choose Polyamory on Trial by Jude Tresswell. Now, this is basically about this polyamory group of people, and they try and help the Syrian person out who is in trouble with the law, I think it is, and that's basically all I know. But that's fine. This is the second one in the series, but everything I have heard about it says that you can read it as a standalone, so I'm going to just read it as one book. If I like it enough, I can always go back and get the first one. So that's fine. We're going to be doing that. I need to read it anyway, so, and it's on my Kindle, so I can easily take it away with me, which is perfect. So yeah, let's go for that one, and let's go into roll number 7, I think it is. Hopefully this one's nicer. Can't believe we're saying this only halfway through the board, but roll 7. This dice hates me today. Another pink prompt. We have on my shelf since before 2020. I think I know what I'm going to choose for this. Roll number 7 was not nicer. It gave me another 1. What is going on with this game, by the way? Why is it not cooperating? But it did give us another general pink prompt. It gave us on my shelf since before 2020. For this one, I actually updated my Goodreads after 2020, so that was not helpful. But I do know that I have a NetGalley book called After Nightfall. It has a ribbon on the cover. It's been on my NetGalley since 2018. I know that for an absolute fact though. So I am going to be choosing that one. It is a thriller, but I can't tell you anything else about it because I don't have the description in front of me, and it's been so long that it's been on my Kindle. So yeah, I'm going to read that one. It's again on my Kindle, nice and easy for me to take away. Helps me also get my NetGalley score up a little bit. Same with Polyamory Under Trial. So seems like the perfect opportunity for me to add this in. So yeah, I'm going to do that one, and let's go to roll number 8. This is not going well. Oh. Roll number 8. I hate this dice. I hate it so much. Another one. This game is not playing fair. We have 8 turn. I need to have a think for this one because I'm really not sure. What? Why did roll number 8 give me another 1? Why? Why is that 3 1s in a row? I don't want 3 1s in a row. I really, really don't. This game is never going to end by the feels of it. But we did get a musical artist and we got 8 turn. I recently saw 8 turn this year actually, so that makes me happy. It gave me good thoughts. I am going to be choosing the song of the game. And I will post lyrics here that, like this short video with the lyrics that I'm going to be using for this. For this one, I am choosing Idol Gossip, A K-Pop Dream Come True by Alexandra Lee Young. So this one is basically about this girl who goes to Korea and becomes an idol, I think. I'll quickly read the back. So it says, stars can rise and they can fall. When her family moved from San Francisco to Seoul, Alice Choi never dreamed it would lead to getting scouted by a talent agency and fast-tracked through the exclusive Star Academy. But performing on stage as 1/5 of a K-pop girl group is a far cry, and many tears from singing karaoke with her little sister on a Noribang. So for that's karaoke, for those who don't know. So can Alice survive the egos, exercise, and most importantly of all, the exposure? So yeah, I'm going to read this one. I usually fly through K-pop books for some reason. They're just very much my style. I think it's because I also really like K-pop. So I will probably fly through this like there's no tomorrow. And I am happy to actually get this one. This is one that I did purchase this year. So it'll be good to kind of get that one off of my shelf as well in terms of purchased for 2025. So yeah, I am hyped for this. It's going to be a good time. And I'm going to use this for Bookmon as well for the Fairy Floss, because those books need to have yellow, pink and blue. And as you can see, yellow, pink and blue, which is specifically why I did try to choose one that would work for that at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to read this one. Hopefully it'll be a very good time. But yeah, let's go on to roll number, what is it, 9? I think it's 9 or something now. Roll number 9. A 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A goals and targets. Number 9 gave us a 3. We're still going. It's fine. But for this one, we did land on a goals and targets. I am going to let my dog choose, as I mentioned before. So I'm going to choose 4 books off of that small shelf that I have, and let's see what he chooses. I will show you what books I also let him choose from. Okay, so choices number 1 for my dog. He has So Young. This is a play by Douglas Maxwell. We have Marley and Me by John Grogan. We have Brandon Sanderson, Yumi and The Nightmare Painter. And then my Kindle is going to be Blood on the Broadwalk for a NetGalley book. Okay, Strider, choose a book.
Go on, choose. TC, choose a book. Go on, choose a treat. Okay, so I'm going to be reading So Young by Douglas Maxwell.
Okay, so as you saw, my dog went to So Young by Douglas Maxwell. Now, I know this doesn't look like your typical book. It is because I also do acting classes and things, and this was a play that we were looking at. We were just looking at select scenes of it. However, I've never read the full play, and I did want to actually read it, having seen little snips of it. I'm working on little snips of it. I wanted to know the full play. So yeah, I'm glad my dog did choose this one. This one is short. It's only a play, as I mentioned. So this one is only 54 pages. I should fly through this. I might read this one near enough the start of the month as well. This along with Goosebumps would be good because they're both really short. And since we're already on 9 and we haven't finished yet, that might be a nice little head start to kind of give me a good feeling about the month, because currently I'm dreading it. So yeah, I'm going to read this. This is basically a play about this man named Milo. His wife died 3 months ago and during COVID, and his friends have just come over to kind of see him and meet this new girl that he's seeing, and it's all about grief and about the different sort of ways people grieve and trying to start new beginnings and things. I think it's all set within about 24 hours. So, and all set like this dinner party, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to read this one. I like the parts that we did go over when we were kind of looking into this. So I'm hoping it'll be a good time for me, and it should be a nice, easy, quick one to kind of fly through. So yeah, I am glad that my dog did decide to be nice to me this time and choose me So Young by Douglas Maxwell. Why are we on double figures? Okay, roll 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6 would mean that we are done. So let's hope for a 6. Off the board doesn't count. Are you serious? What? I'm gonna cry. Oh, Pokemon prompt. We have a fire prompt. We have Fuel. Read a book in the genre which is like Fuel ignites your soul. You can read a genre you love, makes you smile, motivates you, etc. Okay, I know what I'm going to choose for this. Rule number 10 gave me another 1. I can't believe we're on double digits. I fully believe this is the first time we've had double digits ever on this game, and we're still not done, which is crazy. But we did get another Pokemon prompt, so at least it's trying to help me out a little bit. And for this one, I got the fire prompt. This one is one of the new ones for this quarter. They did come into play in October, so these ones are all brand new. But this one is the Fuel one. It says, read a book in a genre which is like fuel that ignites your soul. You can read a genre you love, makes you smile, motivates you, etc. So for this one, I am going to choose another K-pop romance, because I've just been flying through them. I've been enjoying them so much last year and this year, so it makes sense to just continue on with that kind of streak. And I did have one that was on my Kindle. And this one is called Day, and it's by Lisa Lee. I know nothing else about it. I just know it's on my Kindle. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so I took it off of there just because I just want more K-pop romance type of novels on my Kindle at the moment, just because they're nice, easy reads, and especially with me being away, it's kind of what I want. So yeah, I'm going to read this one. I don't really know anything about it. So yeah, K-pop anyway. I think it's probably a girl falls in love with the K-pop star and they have to keep the romance secret. I'm assuming that's what it is, because that's generally what K-pop romances are. But yeah, we'll see. Let's go to row number 11. I can't believe I'm saying that. Let's go to row number 11 and beg and plead that we have no more rolls. And this is the finish, because I'm honestly dreading this. I think it's safe to say I'm feeling November at this point. But let's see what row number 11 has in store. I can't believe I'm saying this. Row number 11. 3, 1. Another goals and targets. I can't do this anymore. Okay, so row number 11. Still didn't complete the board. Why? I think it was because it gave me 7 books last month, and I didn't take advantage of that and read them all, so now it's just being cruel. But it's fine. For this one, I did get another goals and targets, so again, I'm going to let my dog choose between 4 completely different books and see which one he chooses this time round.
Okay, dog's second selection, he has The Dragon Wakes with Thunder, which is the sequel to something I read this year. We have Lady Macbeth, Jed Greenleaf, and then for the Kindle one, we have, I think it's called Puppet Strings or something like that. I will tell you what that one is though, once I double check. But okay, Strider, choose me a book. You just choose the one closest to you today, are you? Usually he actually does sniff about. Okay, but we are going to be reading The Dragon Wakes with Thunder, and I'll let the dog have the other treats.
Okay, so as you saw, my dog, now he decided to actually choose The Dragon Wakes with Thunder by KX Song. Now, this is the second book in the, you can tell I'm useless when it comes to series names, the Dragon Spirit Duology. That's what it is. So this one is the second book in that series. The first one was, I read it this year. I read it a couple months ago. The Night Ends with Fire. So this is a Mulan retelling, and within these like amulets are dragons and things, but they're not good. They're basically evil and power hungry, etc. But we're kind of in a war as well, and our main character, which is named Meilin, she is part of the Imperial Army, as she shouldn't be because she is a female and not a male. However, the kind of army now knows that she is a female, but she is also able to wield powers that the others aren't. So I'm really happy I do actually get to finish off the duology within the same year, which is amazing. It's another series I'm actually completing. I never realised I was finishing a bunch of duologies this month. That will be amazing actually if I can read all of these, or at least all the sequels. That means I can have like 3 new series in January or whatever and not have to worry that I've got too many on the go. Ah, perfect. This one is quite long, so I don't know if I will actually get to it this month, but as I said, we do have December, which is all my field books anyway, and I will be absolutely desperate to pick this one up. So this one will be a really good addition to that in order to continue with reading my sequels and things for the new year. So yeah, this one is book number 11. We're going to row number 12. I am begging and pleading at this point that we finish, because otherwise I really will cry, because this is just getting out of hand. This is getting too far by a lot. I can't do any more books. I already know I'm failing this month because there's just no chance I'm going to read even 11 books. But let's see. Who knows? Hopefully it's nice and it finishes. But if not, what's another book at this point? Let's go to roll number 12.
Roll number 12, and if I swear if this is a 1, I'm actually going to cry my eyes out. 5. Thank you, we are done. We are finally done.
Of course, roll number 12 gives us a 5. And we are now done, which is actually the best thing ever, because I honestly don't want any more books on this TBR. It's already so long. But that's actually perfect. We have now finished the TBR. We have so many books. We have 11. I'm not even going to try and pick all of them up just now, because that's just too many, and there's no point in me counting all the pages, because I just do not think I'm going to complete every single book here. So instead, I do still have December anyway, and then after December, nothing bad happens to my books. They just kind of go on my shelves like normally, and in their own kind of spaces. So, and then we have our 2026 ones from then on, for purchase books and things. So it should be fine. It will be fine. I've got plenty of books here to keep me going. I've pretty much got every genre as well, because we have After Nightfall, which is a thriller. We have The Brothers Hawthorne, which is like a mystery. We have some K-pop romance stuff in here, and also Kismet, which is like a romance. We have a horror for Goosebumps. We have a play. We also have some fantasy in here. So yeah, we have a really good mix. I think it should be fine in order to get through all these. but I do think I'm going to fail it. I honestly don't think there's a chance, especially with me going to Korea for 2 weeks for my birthday as well. So it's fine, is what is. It just means that when it comes to December, I'm going to have even more books I can kind of mood read off of for the month. Because I do only read my failed books in December, so we're going to have loads of them that I can choose from, which is kind of perfect actually. But yeah, that's everything from me. I can't believe how mean the game was. So yeah, it's fine. Which books do you think I should prioritise? As I said, they're probably not all going to be read, which is fine. But which ones do you think I really should prioritise this month? And I'll try and do that. But yeah, please remember to leave a little heart emoji. And I promise you, in 2026, we're going to have a slightly different sort of way for my channel. But also, I will be a lot more frequent. I've already kind of got some things in place and some things planned to make sure that does happen. So yeah, I will see you in my next video, and I can't wait to see what's going to be read in December. Don't worry, we'll give you a TBR for that, just kind of tell you all the books I have failed this year. But yeah, that's everything from me. Bye guys.